Hello, hello, lovelies. This is Coach Lucretia, and today I'm gonna go through a quick little 5 minute session with you about relationships. And this first video, I want to talk about servanthood and how it has gotten an ugly name, and we have become really some people have become very ugly. When it comes to relationships, they only are concerned about what they can get and never what they can give, and that's just simply not love. When a person comes into a relationship talking about what they want, that means that they have not fully loved or supplied themselves. If we quit going into relationships needy, then we'll quit coming out of them broken. Okay? So a lot of people don't know what value is. And I know I said about servanthood, but let me go here, and then you guys are going to understand where I'm coming from. People don't understand what value is. Value is not just because your man got a six-figure income or your woman got a six-figure income, good credit, and a big house, or a big booty and big breasts and nice infusions. You know what I'm saying? Value is when a person can look in your eyes, see your soul, know when you're hurting, know how to uplift you, know how to pray for you, know how to cover you, know how to hold you up, know when to sit you down, know when to check you, and know when to stand behind you, know when how to do all of these things, know how to challenge you to be better, to move forward in life, to do great things, because there's not a soul on this planet that was created to be mundane and live a life of just, you know, not accomplishing much. This life that's just, there's not a better word for it than mundane. So we're just gonna let it ride with that. Okay, so when you find someone who's that way for you, who will be up in the middle of the night just because they know you don't feel well, who will stay up on the phone with you for hours, even though they got to get up, and go to work in the morning, just because, y'all are apart and you having a hard time sleeping, just because you miss them, just because you're going through something or whatever the case may be. When you find a person who can see a skill or a talent in you that you might not necessarily see and willing to help you foster that, they bring value to your life. When a person brings value to your life, then you should return the value. It's not just about getting all you can give. This should be a open conduit that flows between you and your mate. Me and my husband feed one another energetically, constantly. There's always this flow. There's no stagnant energy because it's flowing all the time. And so one of the ways to keep that flow open, it's good to have, if you're going to have a contest, you're going to compete, quit competing about who make the most money, who work the longest hours, who do the most housework, who cook more often, who do the yard more often, but, or who spend the most time with the kids. Have a contest on, I bet you I can outlove you. Like, no, you can't. Shoot, watch me. What's wrong with rubbing your husband's feet? What's wrong with rubbing your wife's back? What's wrong with y'all running each other's bath water? Why can't you guys give each other massages, take each other on trips, surprise each other at the job with flowers and roses? Why can't you go all the way out loving each other? Because all that holding back, when you lose them, you can't be mad at them, because how do you know that you are not losing all these relationships because you're always holding back? Serve is a beautiful word. Serve is a powerful word. It takes a lot of power and maturity to serve a person and to show vulnerability. If you are not ready to show vulnerability, you're not ready for a relationship. And Coach Krisha said that. You don't have to agree, but it's the truth. I love you guys. Thank you for listening. And this is one of 5 that we're going to do in this series. Have a very best day. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. All right. Bye.